Hey everybody, welcome to That Kilted Guy videos here, and today we are starting a new series called 4-Minute Tech Wednesday. We're going to try and put these out on Wednesdays, hopefully we can, and we're going to try and show you something creative and useful, a little tip in under 4 minutes, and we're going to do that right after this. Hey, welcome back to my channel here on That Kilted Guy videos here on YouTube. And for those of you that are new to the channel, be sure and check out our description down below. We got some information down there about our website. We've got an Amazon store where we give you tips on all the tools you need, list and so on, and a lot of other good information. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure and click that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. And be sure and leave us a comment. We appreciate your comments. If you have questions, observations, or pointers for the other viewers, leave that down below. We appreciate it. And for all my returning fans, welcome back everybody. We're going to show you a quick little tip here. So I'm going to call this my 4-minute quick tip Wednesday. And not going to guarantee I can get them out every Wednesday, but as soon as we go full time, we'll try and do that. We're going to try right now. So let's start that timer. I've got one right over here. I'll go start it. Now I'll start one up on screen here. We're going to try and keep it short. So here's the quick tip for today. Let's just say you did a repair on a wall. This is a knockdown texture. You did the repair, but it was a small one. And now you need to texture it. So what's your options? Well, of course, you can get out the can texture like here in this image and try and spray it with that. But honestly, most any spray texture on a small area, it's kind of hard to do because spray texture tends to want to come out so fast that you need to back off, and when you back off you're going to spray way outside of here. Doesn't work as good as you might think. Plus, honestly, they're expensive. I just threw away 2 cans the other day because I used them a little bit one time, and the next time I could not get it to work for anything. They're unreliable. I buy the $18 a can ones. It gets really pricey. Not the best solution. Or you could break out your texture sprayer, and then you got to go hook up your air compressor, mix up a bunch of mud, spray it, clean it up. Kind of a big hassle for that little spot. Well, you don't need it. We got a simpler solution for you. Now you might have seen these sponges for sale on Amazon, and I'm going to put them in the link down below in case you just want to buy them. And all it is a sponge where it has all these bumps in it. Now I'll try and give you a close-up view of this thing here, show you what it looks like, but you don't really even have to buy that texture sponge on the internet. You can go buy you, I think these are $1 sponges. These are just like for in the tile section for grouting. Doesn't cost much at all. I did a little experimenting with it and I found out I could make one. So here's all you do. Get your pliers, grab you a chunk of the sponge and just rip it out. You go through and do that until you got this bumpy surface, and then you're ready to texture, and I'll show you how that works. Now, does this work as good as a spray texture? No, it doesn't, but it comes really close, and on these small areas it'll often be good enough. 99.9% of the time I'm going to use my sprayer, but I usually do bigger spots than this, or I'll just make it bigger so I can spray it. So here's how it works. You take your sponge, and I'm just going to use some pretty much straight out of the bucket mud. You can see I didn't really even thin it down here. And then just spread a little on here. For that little spot we don't need a whole lot. You're just trying to get it on the peaks mostly, but if you get some down below, it really shouldn't hurt. Depending on how heavy you want it, you put more on, so on, and then just tap it around till you think you have about the right amount. You might want to experiment with this. I'm going to wipe off this excess, and normally you would let this sit for a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and hit it right now. It may lay down a little bit more. If you want it to not flatten out so much, let it sit a little bit more. But then all we do is very lightly, like 2 hairs and some air, go across there, and you have a little knockdown. And again, I don't think that's quite as good as when I spray it, but what you could do is let this dry, sand it down a little bit, because it's actually a little bit too thick the way I did it with a straight thick mud, but you can just sand it down and feather these edges a little bit when you sand it, just a little bit, so it blends into the other texture, and you're good to go. There's your quick tip. I think I just barely went over, but we came pretty close. Let me know what you think about that. Leave me a comment down below. If you like it, be sure and leave me a thumbs up. If you got any questions about it, leave them down in the comments. I'm glad to answer your guys' questions. Just let me know what you think. I really appreciate comments. It helps my channel grow. Until then, we'll see you on the next video, guys. Take care.